So this is the very first recording for our calculus lecture, calculus 3 lecture class, and we're gonna just first start by taking this code and trying to get into MyMathLab. Okay. Now I won't be able to get in perfectly because I'm the instructor, but I'm gonna try. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to coursecompass.com. I think you can go to just mymathlab.com, something like that. And I want to register as a student. So I'm doing that with you right now. And are using, let's just say no. I know that we are, but let's just say no on the LMS thing. And I have an ID, ready to register. Yes, okay. And then you put in my stuff here. This is old school. We don't normally do this anymore. So continue to register. If it doesn't work, then I can go fix something. Wow, being recorded. Okay. Well, this is the live streaming thing. I can't make it perfect. Skip ahead, 2 times speed, etc. But I am planning on putting these on YouTube right after class every time, and making a separate playlist for us. While we're waiting for that, because I don't know about that, let's go to YouTube right quick, and I want to show you where my channel is and stuff like that. And so, Stephen, Chad, Burrow, there's probably a link somewhere in Blackboard, but this is me. And it's all about my playlists. So for us, I'm going to have a separate playlist for like MyMathLab Cal 3 or something like that. Pilot, I don't know what I'll call it. But we do have the Cal 3 from the WebAssign. This is awesome stuff here. It's great resources. And I mean, if you have the time and you really want to go through more questions.
As I'm in the midst of applying for residency right now, wish me luck, Grammarly has again been a lifesaver with my application.
Hello everyone, this is a video lecture for Calculus 3, Section 12.1,
Okay, so that's the old
3D coordinates.
but it is not.
So this is the very first recorded lecture.
Okay, good. All right. Remind me later, I guess. Do I have to do create an account? No, get registered. Yeah. Okay. Create an account. Here we go. I got to do something new. Here. Do you think they have this on file? What? Okay. Create an account anyway. Let's do it. Same as email. Yep. No, stop. Okay. What if I just put like password 1 in there? Look, I'm telling you my password. Okay, it's okay. And so yes. I'm a student this time, and undergrad, I guess. I don't know all this stuff. I'm not giving you my birthday though. I know it's like in the 80s. Let's just do that. I'm not that old, okay? But it's just Oh, I have to put it in a certain thing. The mount. Okay, hold on. Are you talking like this? No. But not the day? That's weird. Okay, they don't want to say happy birthday to me or something. Create an account. Yeah, seems so. Already been used. Oh, the username is different. Okay, so I'll just do this. That's fine. Oh, what? That one too? Okay. Maybe without the Gmail part. Okay, that'll be good enough. I'm just trying it out, you know. Okay, got an account. Whew. See, this is different than what you would normally have had in algebra or pre-cal or whatever else. So I have to show you the process. Are y'all okay so far? I'm going to put in this stuff. 254. What is my office number? 1869, I think. Okay. Oh no, because that's I can't verify my. Okay, it's in my office somewhere. Huh? I'm going to skip it. Thank you. Thank you. No valid phone numbers. As in, yes. Okay, fine. It's fine. Skip. All right. Are we in? Give it to me, bro. Did it freak out on me? Refresh. Are you the ones that like click the button like a million times? Me too. Okay. Well, I don't know. Anyways, this is how you're supposed to get registered. You get me? Go through it and all that stuff. Let's go back. That's my code, and you found it again here, MyMathLab, and then course ID. Okay, that's the process. Eventually get in. If you get problems, let me know. Use the temporary access for now. I'll give you an access code later. Okay. Good. Okay. Now let's move on to the other stuff. So start here, and then there's this syllabus right there. Syllabus. So I had to modify it. If it says WebAssign somewhere, I'm sorry, but it should just be MyMathLab everywhere. Due dates. So real quick, due dates are always on Mondays. That the idea is that we go through the stuff. The weekend, you'll probably want to do your homework during the weekend. That's normally what happens. Monday, you come in, you ask questions. Hey, I need help on number 5. I need help on number 15, blah, blah, blah. And then Monday night is whenever you can, like, finalize it all and be done. Cool? So you could see me right before the due date and still have the weekends. Exams right now are on Fridays. I had to move this one. It says late because normally it would come right after, but I think there was like a holiday or something going on. I can't remember. So I had to move it to another date. Okay. So there might be little things we'll adjust as we need to go, of course. Good. So on exams, so we'll have the 3x5 note card on the final exam. You can have a full piece of paper with all the formulas. I will nudge you towards which ones are best, if that makes sense, when we get closer. Yes. As of now, I've not been told. It's full sheet for every class. I would love to have a full sheet for this class every time. And I will definitely approve it whenever I get told to. Ask me again and we'll talk. For sure. Thank you. So yes, approved calculator, scientific is Desmos, obviously, graphing, Desmos, graphing. I'm not seeing that it's going to help you that much in this class, but it's good to have. Anyways, I will want to push you and nudge you towards the right formulas, though, because there's a lot. And which ones are appropriate, which ones are we actually going to look for, which ones do I not really care about. Cool? That'll be far later. Points distribution is different this semester than ever before. We've taken away points from the labs, and we've redistributed them mainly into exams. So the lab assignments are good, but they're just not as weighty anymore. The main idea is because I'm doing them in class with you, right? So then it's not really a lot of, I mean, it's thinking, but not as much thinking as it should be. So the idea is less here, more there. That's the big change. Cool. Okay. I think that's it for that. If y'all have questions at any moment, you tell me. Okay. Classroom policy. I have to say it though. I'm thinking that y'all are fine. No electronics during class. So let me just pull out my cell phone and start texting my friends. No talking. No talking. Okay. Oh, just never mind. You just do whatever you want, James. Oh, thank you. No, I can't keep my mouth. Exactly. He can't keep his mouth shut. It's fine. And no food and drinks, especially no coffee in this class. You see what I mean? No coffee allowed. I had to say it, but the main idea is, just try to keep it a nice learning environment. I'm thinking y'all are fine. I have to do it mainly for the algebra folks. So last day to withdraw, I have to tell you, now it's a big deal in this department. So I just posted it. April 11 is the date where you can still get a W in the class and not get an F if you want to, okay? We had a whole bunch of problems last semester. Now I'm officially telling you. Cool? Okay, so there we go. Yeah, folks were like, but the professor said this, but the date said that. And it was just, yeah, so I have to show that. Course contract doesn't apply to y'all, but if you want to do it, I don't really care. Okay. I think that was it for that. Let's just kind of look around a little bit more. That's useless. Workbook is where you get the workbook. You can do it on your tablet thingies. You can. Oh, I think I can get printed copies of that. Would y'all do printed copies? Would you want that? Okay, cool. I'm gonna look into that soon. Y'all reminded me, okay? But I'm gonna try to print like for free. I'll print them out for y'all, okay? MyMathLab is, again, just the course ID. We're normally going through Course Compass from mymathlab.com. Lab assignments, they're all in here. It says proctored. That's really just BioSig right now, and I can take that off whenever we get closer. But I want to do them with you in class. I want to do them with you, okay? Cool. So that means, like, I'll do some, you do most. We'll figure it out together. And I have the answers to all of them, by the way. Like, I have, like, literal, this is the number you should be getting. So, good to go. We don't need to do honor lock. Y'all had honor lock last time, right? No more of that because you're here lecture-wise. Yay. And then I think this just points you eventually back to my playlist stuff. So there's my playlist for Cal 3. That, again, Cal 3 old. We're going to do a new set here soon. Good? Okay, good. All right. Are we registered? Are we? Okay. Look, they're asking now. Are you gonna register me now? Come on, come on, come on. Okay, we'll come back in another few days. So, I guess we can start doing math. If y'all want to do math, a little bit. You're like, day one, what? Yeah, that's what Chad does. So, I'm just gonna start talking about it. It's all just kind of generalized right now, but we will get into specifics sometimes. And again, because it's all up here, I'm going to be drawing on this. And so, like, I'll be, drawing up here as I go. Now, I'm not able to save what I draw on, but again, I'm saving the video, okay? And I always have the answers. If you need the answers, I might just go back and forth a little bit to check them as we go, okay? So, 3D. This is Calculus 3. We're doing 3 dimensions. That's the main thing. Everything about this is the same as Calculus 1, but now we're just doing an extra dimension. That's all it is. There you go. Calculus 1 plus. We will have Cal 2 topics, but there'll be a case. Looks like this. It's called reality, you know what I mean? So they do the XYZ stuff, and this is what we're going to use throughout the rest of the class, this XYZ, I guess, coordinate system. But I draw it different ways. Sometimes I'll put X over here, and then I'll put a Y, and then I'll put a Z. And you can see it's actually the same thing. I've just rotated it, right? And I want to get a different view of it. I want to see it at a different light. So I can also do Y and X and Z. I can also do way over here. Well, that's what they have over there. No, yeah. It would be my X, Y, and Z like this. So it's the same thing. It's just being rotated around to better view something, right? So if I wanted to draw a triangle, just here, like as an example, what if I wanted to draw a triangle that connects from here, here, and here, all these little, I guess, endpoints. And so there's my triangle. I want to be able to like draw that and to be able to see it. Right now you can see it flat on, but like, does it always give you the best view? And so here's another view of that triangle, right? We could do that. Here's another view of the same triangle. And with these many views, you're rotating it and you're kind of seeing it now, right? Making sense? So that's what we're going to be doing in class often. Like, I can't see it. I don't know where it's trying to make these two things happen. And we have to kind of rotate it sometimes to kind of see, like, oh, yeah, now I'm seeing where it's going, okay? Another idea, and I'm just going to throw this one out here. I think GeoGebra has a 3D drawing thing, and I'm not 100% sure on where that would be. Well, if there's Desmos, I'm going to Desmos. I can't remember if. See, I remember that GeoGebra is really pretty strong. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So then let's just try x plus y plus z equals 1. Okay, yeah, oh, that's perfect. Yeah, let's do that. So then you can draw some of these 3D shapes and kind of see it now. You can't have Desmos graphing on the first 2 exams, but this is a good tool. It's a good tool. Okay.
It's almost like it's nice to have some more reference.
Yeah.
While doing the homework to better understand it.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you. That was good. Desmos. Oh, it's gonna happen. Yeah, I mean it picks up things like nearby. Hello. So, but it's you're gonna hear me go like blah 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 blah. It happens. Thank you though. I get excited. Yeah, remind me. All right, cool. Yeah, so Desmos definitely do the Desmos thing. So they're saying, hey, given this thing here, what's going on? And I got to say, just here, I'll record it. My math lab has a whole bunch of multiple choice. I don't like that. I don't like that because it's not a lot of math right now. But it's a pilot and it's free, yay! And you're going to pass the class as multiple choice. So, but we're going to figure it out here together what they're wanting to see. Eventually we'll do MATH. So given the geometric description, set of all points, coordinate system, which of these is true? Find the true statement. So the lower hemisphere is cut by the YZ plane, x equals 0. Okay. We have a circle something, we got a this and that, blah, 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 blah. Hey, why don't we graph it? Again, this is the first one. Since I got Desmos up, let's talk about it. And I'll start to show you how to recognize the shapes without having to use Desmos. But for now, we're just, day one stuff. So we got this guy, and it turns out it's a circle. It's not just a circle, though, is it? What is that? It's a sphere. Yeah, it's a sphere. So what happens, the difference between circle and this is a circle. And now if I erase it, now it's a sphere. That's the only difference. Yeah, I know. Whoa. So that's calculus 3. We went from 2D to 3D. That's all it is. So what if we were to see this more like a circle? And then what does this x equals 0 even look like, right? Well, then let's just draw it in 2D for a second. So we got a circle, right? And then we have x equals 0. And is that a horizontal or vertical line? X equals 0. What would that look like? Yeah, vertical line. Yeah, x equals 0 would be this guy right here. So this is the 2D version of what we're looking at, right? But now they're saying, oh, wait, hold on. Let's add 3D. Well, all that's changing is that my circle is now a sphere, but the plane hasn't changed, right? So in a way here, and I'm going to try to draw as best I can, at least for a little bit, we got our sphere, basically, and then x, y, and z, we have this x equals 0 stuff. So it looks like this, actually. It'll be like a plane, like that. Cutting right through it. I mean, doesn't this cut it in half, essentially? So then what we're doing is cutting our circle, our sphere, our ball in half. Now, I wonder what they're doing here. See that little blue line? It's not good enough. It's not actually showing me a plane. That's just showing me a line. Does that make sense? In another way, what is, from this equation right here, what is y equal to? Anything. What is z equal to? Anything. And so, exactly right. So then all my y's, all my z's are possible, even down negatives, anything like that. That's why it's a sheet of paper. It's a plane for that. So basically, I have a ball cut in half. All right, so let's figure that out. So solid hemisphere, blah, 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 cut with the YZ plane. See, the YZ plane, that's what we're talking about. Yes. It has a radius of 1. So far, that looks pretty good. I like that one. It's a circle. No. Right? Because we already know it's a sphere. It's a circle. No. A hollow. Oh, look. The difference. Cut from this and that, blah, 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 blah. It's hollow. It's hollow. I'll take that one for sure. And I'm going to verify. I don't want to always have to do this, but I do have the instructor version. Let me pull that up right quick and just prove it to you here. Oh, they're saying it's a circle there. What are you talking about? This is why we're going to learn about MyMathLab together, okay? So, like, why was I wrong, and what are they talking about here? It's a circle in this thing, describes and satisfies the pair of equations. I know exactly what is going on now. And this is perfect. This is perfect. Let's talk about it. What I have in my visual is I have a hollow sphere. Why is it hollow, not solid? Just take a guess. Sure. Yes. What would make it solid versus hollow? Mathematically, how would I do it? I agree. How would you do it? You would change that equals to less than or equal to. Because it's saying anything less than that. So that's the reason why equals 1 is literally the shell around it. It's only the ones that make it 1. Okay, great. So that's going to be that part right there is making it hollow right there. Okay. So I love it. That's why I said the hollow, and it was a sphere, and everything looked great. But MyMathLab was tricking us. You see, I got the picture. I got everything. I know what's going on. But why did I go so quickly and say, no, it's not a circle? Well, because they're wanting to know the intersection of the two. The intersection. Did it say the word intersection up here? Not quite. But I got it now. I figured it out later. Sometimes I get things wrong, and I'm like, why is it wrong? So that I can go back and say, oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, they're wanting the intersection. So what's going on is I have a Y and a Z, and I have a circle here, and I'm basically just like cutting it with that plane here. There's that ZY plane. It's just a circle. What is this shape right here? The one that you're looking at right here. It's a circle. That's what they're wanting. So then how would I describe that circle? It's on the YZ plane right there. The very first question, I got it wrong. Man, am I just such a bad teacher? And I am, and that's okay. Y'all are going to be better students for it, though. Okay, good? So it's okay to get it wrong. See what they're wanting, and it's going to, we're going to get through this together. Multiple choice. Good? Let's keep cruising. So again, I want to have y'all do some and me do some, but day one, we're going to figure it out. We also got to go down to the math lab soon. So find the distance between these 2 points. Okay, hold up. Do we have a formula for that? Scroll. Hey, look at that. I can put one in there. Yay. So, yeah. Good. Yes, indeed, indeed. So if I had taken out this thing, right? And if I take out this silliness right here, and I make that one an R, oh wait, Pythagorean theorem, right? So it's the same thing, but now we're working with 3D. And they added a lot more stuff to it because you have an initial point from where you're starting, and then you have a distance from that point, okay? It's kind of like saying y2, y1. That's the same kind of idea. Oh yes, definitely. We'll be using this a whole lot in this class. Later on when we're integrating and converting coordinates, they'll be using this x and x naught stuff all the time. So we're just getting familiar with it right now. Anyways, so yeah, that's our circle, that's our sphere, but also the same thing, distance, same formula. It's just now take the square root of it, right? Cool. So let's do that with this guy. And so I've got these 2 points to say find the distance. Here we go. So my radius, my distance, square root of, what do I put in this first parentheses? Yes, 4 minus the 10, very good. And then 5 minus 3, perfect. And then? Perfect. And it's very important to keep the consistency, right? As long as you choose, like you can do 2 and then 1, 1 and then 2. Either way is fine with me. I don't really care. But as long as you keep it always 1 and then always 2, we're good to go. Very good. So I'm going to get some negatives, but in the end, we don't really care about them because they're going to go away. And I'm going to go medium speed here with you guys because you probably already know this stuff. 2 negatives make a positive. You know that. So eventually I'm just going to pop it and just kind of, get some numbers because it doesn't take a lot of effort. Now this part's the Desmos part. What now? You already got it? You know what? You're super smart. Keep me on my toes, please. Square root of 49 is 7. Very good. Cool. And since it's day 1, did we get it right? And I'm going to go back and look, we got a 7, so that's nice. Okay, cool. So that one's easy though, right? No big deals, right? And we're just introducing it. We're just kind of learning. Lots of multiple choice. Not this guy, but others. Good? This is fun. I haven't done Cal 3 lecture in a long time. So we have the formula for this, but I want to see what y'all think, okay? We got the center of the sphere, I'm going to say is very simple, but they're wanting the radius. When I say radius, it's very interesting because I was using R up here originally. Radius, distance, it's always the same. So they're wanting the distance. How would I find the distance? How would I find the radius? Very related to the 28, right? Because if you're looking at this thing, it's kind of like it's saying x squared plus y squared. I guess you could put a z squared is equal to 28, right? That's my r squared, right? Exactly. So then how do I actually get my real answer from that? Square root it. So square root of 28 is, it's square root 28. Haha, we're Cal 3 now. Boom! Now, okay, pause and time out for a second. Big time pause, okay? Going back, it's going to say square root of blah, blah. Okay, that's how the answers are officially. But I was promised that this sort of thing would be okay. I was promised. So when you go through the homework, if you find that something's not working, you tell me. I'm going to start yelling at people. Okay? That's what the pilot is. We're figuring it out for ourselves. Leave it at square root 28. It's fine. Okay? Good? Okay, good. That's what we should be doing. Okay. So yeah, seeing the form, we could just like pop it, get the answer, right? So then looking back at this form then, and well, we have a formula. If I go back, we were using this initial points here to tell me kind of like where the center is. Look, they even say it's the center. It's where I started. It's the beginning of it. So looking at the form, what would be my center? Very good. Very good. That's right. It's from right here, right there, or the lack thereof, and right there. Now they are backwards, right? It's always flipped. Kind of like whenever I'd say, and here's just a quick little example. What if I said this and I said, hey, solve for x? What would you say? What's the answer for this? 3. You already know that. That's algebra stuff, right? You always flip it, right? And the same thing here. So I have a plus 6. Now it's going to be a minus 6. I don't have any hang, so it's got to be a 0. And then we got a negative. Now it's going to be a positive. I guess in a way, how would I get a 0 from this? Would have to be a 6 minus 6 in order to get that, right? Cool with the theory? We've seen it all before. You're doing it all over again. There's nothing new here. This is all the same stuff. It's happy times. Cool? Okay, great, awesome. Then y'all do that one. And right now, I'm going to do the I do, you do, we do kind of thing. So I'm going to pause. Have y'all do that on your own. That one looks a lot more scary though, doesn't it? Looks a lot more scary. Just, you don't have to get the answer. I'm not looking to see if you got the answer, but just try it. Maybe there's something about this. I know you've done it before. It's just been a while. Technically, it's a pre-cal thing. It won't always be this bad. It won't always be this way. It's just I'm trying stuff out. And since it's a small class, sometimes I want y'all to come up and maybe we'll do it like afterwards, and I don't know, all kinds of different ideas. And this is the point where you 2 times speed on YouTube. That's okay. It's okay. Or even better, you can have Chad ASMR. You're doing your math very well. I really like what you're doing here. Y'all don't look. And immediately look up. What? Oh, no, I don't really like that. Nope, don't really like that either. It's okay. It's okay to mess up a little bit. Is that the way? But it's not quite ready. I like that better. Okay. Were y'all getting anywhere close to what I'm doing now? Desmos, how about that? No, yeah, this, I think it might be a complete the square. Yeah. So this is the big thing. Sometimes I want y'all to do this stuff, but I want y'all to just, you don't even have to finish it, but just to get to the point where like, oh, I can kind of see where we're going, you know, or it's a time to think about it. Like, what would be best in this case? Did y'all see me write up all kind of weird stuff before this? I was trying stuff. I'm like, well, I mean, I guess I could do like an X, and then I could do like a 5X plus 1, and none of that was working, right? And it's okay to attempt and try things. Okay, so complete the square. It's been a long time, but you do the 1/5, and I believe you divide it by 2, and then after that you square it. Am I right? And then that's what you're putting up here and here, right? Divide it by 2 and then square it. I have to move the 5 out first, though, because you have to have a 1 right here in order for the complete the square to work. That's like the hard part with this, is that, you know? So what I would have then is a plus 1 over 100 and a minus 1 over 100. And you can see I'm only doing x because that's the only part that matters. And then this right here would turn into this plus 1 over 10, I believe, squaring it. Okay. From here, if you just pause for a second, we just did the x's, you do the y's and z's the same. But we're getting a form, right? I don't know what the final answer radius is, but I'm pretty sure I can get the center at this point. I'm pretty sure I can get to that. And so what I want to do is I'm gonna kind of half submit this. I'm gonna submit this kind of. Okay. I don't know what the radius is, but I have the ability to see what the answer is right now. Do you mind real quick? So, see, we're on the right track. Again, this radius thing we'll take care of in a minute. I'm not worried about that. But to get to that point is the most important one. So, was it technically hard? Not Calculus 3 hard, but it was a lot of thinking. Like, whoa, I have to complete this square, and I got to move a 5 out of nowhere? I haven't done that forever. I haven't done it. Chad has not done it forever. And I was nervous. But then, you know, we get over it together. So let's finish this part up. Are y'all okay with this? Okay, using old tools, right? It's like that old screwdriver you haven't used in a long time. Finally pull it out and you're like, oh, look at that. Fits perfectly. Okay. So, not to be too tedious here, but I do want to draw it all out because I want to see that, like the answer in a way here. So give me a second here while I do silliness. Nope. Just ran out of room. You know what I need to do is I need to draw smaller. I need to like zoom in and use like a thinner thing, and we're gonna figure this all out together. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to put like all the x, y's, and z's all together so that I can, I guess, more so see it all at once, if that makes sense. Equals 4. Okay, so that's what we're working with now. So every time I'm going to distribute my 5, distribute the 5, distribute the 5, right? And so I have 5s in the front of all this stuff, which that doesn't worry me. What worries me is this number stuff. And so then I technically have 5 over 100, and then I repeat that same process. So far, so good. How many of these do I have, though? 3 of them. Yep, I got 3 of them. So I would then say 3 of these. And again, I have all that blah, blah, blah that I don't really care about, and it still equals 4. Yep. I need to move this guy over to this side, essentially, so that we can get our correct form met. Now notice it's negative, so when I move over, it's going to be a positive, very good. And so now we're like adding it all together. Sorry, I'm going to erase all that stuff. old school stuff now. All right, so here we go. I got 4 plus 3 times all this blah blah. Yeah, that's calculator. Unless James already knows the answer.
Oh, I'm trying to take notes right now.
Good, good. That's what you should be doing. Awesome. Right, so that's our kind of our answer, but what was this? Is this our radius? Or, yep, or squared, right? Because technically that's the form of this, blah, 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 r squared. And so then to get r, square root both sides, and there you go. So I'm officially saying the square root of 83 over 20. And again, that should be good enough. That should be good enough. You do not need to keep simplifying this stuff. And if you do, if you find out, I will yell at people, okay? What do they have? You can see at least it's really close, right? The 83 and the 10 there. Makes me worried a little bit, though. Shouldn't that have been like 10 square root of like something else to get to a 10? Shouldn't have been like a 100 on the bottom? Did I mess something up over here? 3, 5. It was negative over here on this side.
Oh, right.
I have an idea. Watch this. Oh man, I got it. It's very close. We're not quite there. There's my 100. So yeah, it's a good thing to have this. This is not quite correct. It's very, very close. We're very close. It's technically the square root of 83 over 100 and not the 20. Why is that? It's because I didn't have enough room to write it all out. But technically, I had 5 times all this stuff every single time. Do you remember? Like, in a way, because there was just so much to write, I had just forgotten about it. But that 5 in the front was not part of my formula, if that makes sense. Let me real quick, I want to make that look more like what we had. Okay, so that's what we had technically. Square root it, we're done. But wait, hold on, there was a 5 in the front the whole time. Oops. There was so much that I had forgotten about that 5. I need to get rid of the 5. So how do I get rid of the 5 on this side? What do? Divide by 5 on both sides, and that's why I put that right here to get this. And so when I square root it, what's the square root of the 100 is a 10, which is what they had. So I had forgotten about the 5. Yeah, go ahead. I did the 5 for the 1 over the 100s, but we also had it for this parentheses thing each time. It's like, yeah, there was 2 terms. And see, I forgot about it too. I was like, oh, we got the number now. See, we already had the center, so we don't have to worry about that stuff. Let's keep moving. And I totally forgot. So what I'm going to do to not forget, for one, I'm going to try to write smaller. Second, I'm going to decrease my thickness so it's a little thinner maybe. Y'all can still see this, right? That's still legible-ish. You're like, no, actually, that was just a scribble, Chad. So I'm going to try to make it so I can write more on there at once. Good? Yeah? Are you seeing that your teacher is getting things wrong? That's okay. It's okay to get things wrong. We get it wrong on my math lab, on the homework and stuff, and then we say, I forgot. On exams, you think you're going to pass this exam? I won't. Oh, there goes the calculus. I won't pass my own exams. No, but that's what we do the scrap paper, right? And I'm going to look through it, and I'm going to add points back for work. That's all part of the class, right? It's not just, did you get the right answer? It's, did you at least get the approach, you know? And that's what we need to look for. That's what all math is about, okay? Good? When you're being engineers and you're like, going up and doing a lot of math, your brother, I'm sure there's somebody that's double checking him. Yeah. And so, it's a collective, effort. We need to make sure that you know it, but also that you can know it for your group. Exactly. So it's okay. As long as you got the process and you're getting there, that's the important part. Okay, good? All right, awesome. So find the perimeter of the triangle with these guys. Okay, so hold up for a second. I want to do 2D, not 3D, right? Because these are 3D and I'm getting all kind of weirded out. Let's do a triangle. And so then we got A, B, and C, and I want to find the perimeter of this stuff. What would I do? Yeah, exactly. Find 3 distances, right? So we got like distance 1, distance 2, distance 3. Dare I say R1, R2, R3, right? Same thing. Oh, whatever. And so I use that same formula 3 times. And so, you know, though tedious, it's very possible. So between A and B, I would do a -2 minus the 5, a 1 minus the -3, and then I got a 2 minus the 2, right? Bop, 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 bop. R2, repeat. R3, repeat. Add them all up, you got it. That's an easy one, right? I'm not going to finish that one. If you want the answer, though, answers are cool. We like answers. I'm going to have this up. Answers? Of course. That's exactly what you wanted. But, I mean, they're not simplifying it much anyways, so you could see. Is that okay? I don't know if you want to write that down or not. No? Okay, what's on the video now? Okay, good. Good with that one? Oh, and look, we're already done with the first section. Yay! So what I want to do, are we into my math lab? Like, it just like keeps cycling through. So let's just see if I am in the class, okay? You know my password. Please don't like abuse it. Oh, is it doing this again? Do I have to wait? I don't know. It should work eventually, guys. I don't know what's going on. How about this? We got a couple minutes, like literally a couple minutes. What I want to do is go into it from my side, and I'm just going to show you what the assignments look like because it is important, okay? Good with math for today? We're good with math? Okay, so I need to show you what it looks like from my side, or at least kind of your side, at least a little bit. So let's get rid of these guys. Don't look at my password. No. Yes. Thank you. But now it took forever for you to do that. Okay. That's not my real one though. Okay. That's funny. That's funny. So I have to click here to get it to work. This is all very strange to me. Very, very new. So you can't see this, but everything else you can see. Assignments is where we're going to be going. And there's all this junk that you do not need to do. This is an interactive course, technically. And I think it's pretty cool. I would like to show more of that next time. But like it's all there. There's like videos and interactive stuff. This is the actual homework. This is the actual what we got to do. Okay. And then if you scroll down further, we got practice quizzes and quizzes at the bottom, and eventually I'll put tests down there. Okay. So it's all at the bottom. Unfortunately, there's literally no way I can change that at the moment. But at least you have the content. Yes. Click on your assignment. It's like just now. We just did this. Get started. And it has a brand new look, but it's the same My Math Lab. Multiple choice, multiple choice, multiple choice, multiple choice, multiple choice. Like eventually you can get these right, even if there's a distance. Whoa! But we already did that. Same distance stuff. I just want to like breeze through this real quick, okay? Did we cover everything that we needed for this section already? Multiple choice. I think they're just again wanting to see if we got to figure it out. Yes, yes, yes. Center. Talked about that one. That one's an easy one. That one's a harder one, but not as hard as what we had already done. You know how to tackle that one now, right? What do we do? What is it called again? Complete the square. Complete the square. That one's way easier because there's a 1 right here. Whoa, way easier. This guy, same thing. I think this one has like multiple parts, but it's the same style. And then the hard one that we just did, and that's that was it. Okay, keep going. Radius, point, easy, multiple choice, perimeter of a triangle. We just talked about that one. No big deal. The set of equations that are equidistant between these two, that's one for y'all to think about. It's actually very simple. And I'm going to show you something here in just a second. Last one. And then it says, find the point nearest to the plane. And again, I think that's more of a thinking one. Okay, try it out. But, and I'm going to show this. I'm going to record this. What if I'm totally confused about what they're wanting? This happens, right? My math lab, though, is pretty cool because well, in some ways, you could just submit 0, submit 0, submit 0. And then it tells you what the answer is, right? That's so nice. Now you're knowing that it's looking for this particular format, yes? It wants an equation. It wants something with x's. And if you look hard enough, equidistant. Think about this for a second.
Oh, so it's like taking like the distance, find the center of like an eclipse or something like that, where you would go, hey, there's a difference of 8. What's 8 divided by 2? That's 4.
There you go. So then, what would the number be for these guys? -3? Oh yeah, -3. You're right. That's exactly right. -3. Boom. So let's talk about this. But the idea, though, is that there's a a pattern, I guess you could say. Not like a pattern like, oh, let's memorize how to do my math lab. No, but there's something behind this, right? Let me show you. Let me get some work up. I thought we were done, but we're not done. Oh, you know what? I have a blank. I have a blank page that helps out a lot. Can I like do that with it? Zoom in. Okay. So what were my two numbers? Were they 3 and -9?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I have 3 and -9. Let's just do a number line for a second, right? So we got 0. I don't know what's going on down there. Stop it. Go away. We got 0. Then we got -9 way over here. And then we got 3 is right there. And they're saying equidistant between the two planes. And so here's your plane. You ready? There you go. There's your plane. Okay? Literally. And that's all it is. Like, look, z equals 3. Z equals -9, that kind of thing. It's just what it is. So what would be right in the middle between both of them? Well, I have a total distance of 12, right? In a way, I have like 3 over here, and like this side right here, I have 9 and I have 3. So I got 12 total. But then I want to go in the middle. So I say 12 divided by 2. Hey, it's good to see you. Is a 6. And so I'm wanting 6 distance from either side. So I say I'm going to add 6 or I'm going to minus 6. And so you could do -9 plus 6, or you could do 3 minus 6. And what do they both get? -3, exactly. So that's kind of the idea. And it's thinking, right? It's not hard. Simplified here. I think that graphically it's like a lot more impressive. Cool. Any questions? Y'all are good, at least on the first section, kind of getting the drift of the class? Okay, good. And we're going to figure this out as we go. I know I'm running a little late on this time. So I'm going to stop the recording.